I'm Chelsea,
And I'm Jenny.
and this is Death and Gardening. All right, Jenny. Today I'm actually taking you into a realm that you like a lot.
Okay.
History. And,
Yay.
Right? And fun things like that, and war, unfortunately. But we're back there, so...
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
A lot of this is going to seem like time is a flat circle. There's unfortunately going to be some similarities, but also accountability.
Oh, okay. We love that.
We do love that. So, we're going to start on January 2nd of 1945.
Oh, all right.
Right? Yeah. Slobodan Praljak was born in... Oh, that's the first one. I have pronunciations also set aside because I needed them. Shaplina, which is was the independent state of Croatia. Modern day, it's the Bosnia Herzegovina, or Herzeg Bosna, or simply Bosnia.
Okay.
So, his father, Mirko, worked for OZNA, or OZNA, the Department for Protection of the People, the secret police of communist Yugoslavia. And I couldn't find any information about his mother, and he had a brother.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I specifically looked to find anything about his mom, and it just kept sending me back to nothing else. I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know about records in that part of the country at that time, but I know a lot of records in wartime are sometimes they just get destroyed. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm assuming because of his father's position, that is the more relevant kind of thing with this tale. His mom's just might not have been. And maybe she didn't even survive childbirth. Who knows?
Right.
So, let's see here. Kitty visitor already.
Mm-hmm.
So Praljak attended high school in Široki Brijeg, with whom would become the future Croatian defense minister, Gojko Susak.
Wow.
If I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, I'm sorry. As he continued his schooling past high school, and just into secondary, I think would be there. Yeah, so past primary school. Praljak obtained 3 university degrees.
Oh, wow.
In 1970, he graduated with a GPA of 4.5 out of 5 as an electrical engineer from the Faculty of Electrical Engineering in Zagreb.
Wow.
1971, he graduated from Zagreb Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, in which he majored in philosophy and sociology.
Dang.
And in 1972, he graduated from the Zagreb Academy of Dramatic Art.
Okay.
A well-studied man.
I was going to say very well rounded there. Mm-hmm. All right. Interesting.
After all of his schooling concluded, Praljak took on a career as a professor and manager of the electronics laboratory at the Nikola Tesla Vocational High School, also in Zagreb, and lectured philosophy and sociology.
Wow.
After 1973, he was a freelance artist. The dream that I wish I could have.
Man, in the 70s?
I mean,
yeah.
It was even a theater director in theaters in Zagreb, Osijek, and Mostar. He even went on to direct a TV series, a couple of TV dramas, a film, and a few documentaries.
Ooh. Wonder how available those are.
Yeah. Might be able to find them. They're probably not going to be in English, but
Yeah.
you can probably find them. And I'll get you the names of those actually too, for the viewers if you want to check them out, and for you specifically.
That'd be cool.
In September of 1991, Praljak voluntarily joined a newly formed group called the Croatian Armed Forces after the outbreak of the Croatian War of Independence.
Oh.
He took his connections and formed a unit composed of artists and intellectuals in Zagreb.
Okay.
By April 3rd of 1992, Praljak was made a major general and had several responsibilities in the Ministry of Defense, and became one of 14 members in the Croatian National Defense Council and a member of the Croatian State Commission for Relations with the United Nations Protection Force. So he was a very important man with a lot of responsibilities and a good standing and a high-ranking standing, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Praljak petitioned to unblock Sarajevo, but his propositions were rejected, which is a territory place. In July 24th through November 8th of 1993, he was the chief of staff of the Croatian Defense Council, and in spite of the conflicts during the Croat-Bosniak War, he sent a truck full of weapons to the besieged Sarajevo to help the Bosniaks. He also allowed the UNHCR's, or in parentheses, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, humanitarian convoy through to Mostar, which had been stopped in Shidluk.
Okay.
Yep. His military career was not without flaw, however, because of course it's not. I feel like, unfortunately, that usually tends to go hand in hand, as we are seeing in modern days now, again. Praljak had been accused of failing to prevent armed forces from committing crimes. Not something that he was blind to. Not something that was kept out of his periphery. It just didn't. He had been informed of them and he could foresee them happening, but he did nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
love that so much.
These crimes include murders in the Mostar municipality, removal and replacement of the Bosniaks population of Prozar into detention, destruction of mosques and Old Bridge in East Mostar, attacking and wounding members of the international organizations, destruction and looting of property in Gornji Vakuf in January of 1993, in Rastani in August of 1993, and then in Stupni Do in October of 1993.
Wow.
Just one after the other. Also in 1993, as a general, Praljak had been in charge of the Drtelji camp, which unfortunately was not great, because in which the Bosniak men had been brutalized, starved, and some were even killed. Praljak retired of his own will from the service on December 1st of 1995. After all that.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. So if you can see some similarities.
Oh, yeah.
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 As I was reading, I was like, oh boy, okay. So his post-military career, and don't worry, we'll be bringing it all right back. But his post-military career, Praljak decided to become a businessman. He was successful at it. I mean, with all of his schooling and things, it would be hard for him to not really be
Right.
successful at what he does. So, he co-founded the Octavision, or Octavian, very similar in English, in 1995 with his brother Zoran. This company initially produced films, videos, TV programs, as well as publishing projects, books. He was a writer too. Later, however, the company also delved into the realm of real estate and managed a business complex center in Zagreb.
All right.
Praljak was also the co-owner of Liberan, a company that had a share in, there's a lot of these, a share in Lubushki, tobacco factory. And then he also owned shares in a few other companies.
Okay.
So he was a successful businessman post-military.
Yeah.
Made his own business, had shares in other things.
Yeah.
And produced still more films and videos and television things, and his own books were published. So he did well for himself.
Right.
I just love this little tidbit. In 2008, the Croatian Ministry of Culture deemed that 18 of his works about the Croatian War of Independence, the Bosnian War, and the relations between Croatia, Bosnia, and Herzegovina were brochures of worthless literature. Just love that.
I mean, they don't hold back, and I admire them for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were very blunt about like, no,
Yeah.
worthless. I believe it was he had 25 works or so total, but yeah, 18 of them. They're like, no.
Oh, okay.
Praljak was among 6 who ended up being accused by the ICTY, the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia,
Oh, okay.
in relation to the Croatian Republic of Herzegovina. On April 5th, 2004, Praljak voluntarily surrendered and was transferred to the ICTY. It was alleged in his indictment that as a senior military official, as he was, Praljak directly and indirectly commanded the Herzegovina Armed Forces, which committed mass war crimes. Yeah, against the Bosnian Muslim population specifically.
Wow.
The Muslims cannot catch a break.
No.
Ever. He was not only closely involved in all aspects of the Herzegovina military planning and operations, but also the actions of the Herzegovina civilian police as well.
Ooh.
So he had not only the military, but the local police too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
His fingers in everything.
Yeah.
On April 6th, Praljak appeared before the ICTY and pleaded not guilty, choosing to defend himself over getting a lawyer. Okay. I love that you knew where that was going. Always.
Never.
Why get a lawyer?
Even lawyers don't represent themselves most of the time. Some do, but don't. No. Stop it.
Because you could also just misspeak or miss something, and you're screwed because you literally only have yourself to blame at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's, yeah. So he chose to defend himself. The trial began on April 26, 2006. And on May 29th of 2013, the trial chamber judgment sentenced him to 20 years of imprisonment. However, they did take into account how much time he had already spent in detainment since it started in 2006.
I mean, yeah, that is...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. On June 28th, 2013, Praljak filed an appeal. He was denied.
Right? Because
Obviously.
you can't even appeal on like, oh, I had bad defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some, however, of the convictions for his case were overturned.
Mm-hmm.
But on November 29th of 2017, the ICTY trial concluded and found him guilty. And the judge did not reduce his initial 20-year sentence.
Wow.
But also with taking into account the time he had already served,
Mm-hmm.
behind bars he would serve not as nearly as many years.
Yeah.
So it's really not that bad. If anything, the judge kind of did him a solid. He's like, no, the 20-year sentence is fine.
Mm-hmm.
He's not reducing it.
Yeah.
His charges, and these are, I have in parentheses what kind of each of these things are for, because you probably know more than I do. You're also a military wife, so maybe you know a little bit more. I did not.
I have no idea what I know, so.
Oh, well, okay. All right, so his charges were 4 counts of grave breaches of the Geneva Conventions,
All right.
which it can include willful killing, unlawful deportation, transfer and confinement of a civilian, inhumane treatment, extensive destruction of property, and appropriation of property not justified by military necessity and carried out unlawfully and wantonly. So also, as I read these out, let's check some boxes for today and just go, uh-huh. So we're doing that one, and we're doing that one, and we're doing that one.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We're doing all of those.
Yeah.
Next. 6 counts of violations of laws or customs of war, cruel treatment and unlawful labor, destruction or willful damage done to institutions dedicated to religion or education, plunder of public or private property, unlawful attack on civilians, unlawful infliction of terror on civilians.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, no.
5 counts of crimes against humanity. Persecutions on political, racial, and religious grounds, murder, deportation, imprisonment, and inhumane acts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're doing all of those currently today, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it's, at least this one was found, accountability is here. Accountability has not yet reached real life yet.
Yeah.
Not that this isn't real life, but like modern day, today.
Yeah.
On
Different
November,
conflict. Different conflict.
different
Yeah.
conflict.
Yeah.
Honestly, same charges probably will be brought up when the day comes. And yeah, hopefully
Hopefully.
there's accountability.
Hopefully.
On November 29th, 2017, during the pronouncement of the appeal judgment against him, Praljak addressed the judges and said, "Judges, Slobodan Praljak is not a war criminal. With disdain, I reject your verdict." And proceeded to drink something from a small bottle, which turned out to be potassium cyanide. The medical staff rushed him to the hospital, where he inevitably died.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Yeah.
No, there was no findings as to how he smuggled in potassium cyanide to the courtroom
Right.
past the everything.
Yeah.
An investigation was launched. They looked over footage. They looked over camera footage, rooms, him, like everything. And they said he didn't have it on him, and maybe it was handed off to him, so possibly it was a pre-planned thing. His lawyer had said that he probably did it because he couldn't handle having the title of war criminal over his head, which, fair. Don't do the war crime things, though, if you can't
Right.
handle being a war criminal. But after that happened, we have some quotes. One from Martin Bell describing Praljak as a theatrical character who died in a theatrical way.
Well, yeah.
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 And the former U.S. ambassador for war crime issues, Stephen Rapp, noted the similarities between Praljak's suicide by poisoning and that of another war crimes convict, Hermann Göring, or Göring. It looked like a German name. It
Is
didn't
it
look
like start
G-O-R. Okay.
Gehring, I think?
Göring? Okay. He noted that in both cases, the verdict nevertheless, end quote, stands for all history in establishing the facts and in showing that perpetrators of atrocities will be held accountable. Yep. And that is where I end my tale on that. I liked that quote so much. I was like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
just a reminder.
The precedent has been set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time and time again throughout
Yeah.
history. Yeah. So, yeah, he's super well-educated man, well-rounded. Joined the military and then turned a blind eye to things he could have stopped.
Oh,
or
yeah.
instructed better and been like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Yeah.
And that's a lot. Yeah. 4 counts of the grave breaches, 6 counts of violations of laws and customs of war, and 5 counts of crimes against humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Just, and then, unfortunately, the families didn't get the justice that they deserved through him spending his time. Granted, I don't know. There's also something to be said about him serving his time, but also having all that, like over half that time already been served because he was in detention.
yeah.
So I feel like as a family member, I'd be a little peeved by that one if he just like, oh, okay, cool. He was finally charged and now he's going to serve 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, oh, got it. But trials also do take forever.
I mean, that sounded
everywhere.
like forever.
Yeah.
Because did you say it started in like 2006?
2006, and then in 2013 is when
Yeah.
they finally, yeah.
Yeah. That's a long time.
It is a long time.
Even like some of the longer trials here, which I don't remember what the record is, but I know a lot of them, it's like a year, couple years, you know, like the lead up 3 and 4 seems fairly common depending on what it is. But, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I could also see it taking so long because he chose to defend himself.
Yeah.
That does seem to kind of happen sometimes.
I mean, those trials tend to be a bit shorter because they don't know all of the things that they are supposed to do if
True.
they, yeah.
I mean, if he had just like dragged his feet with getting things sent through, or if he was even allowed, I don't know.
Well, and yeah, and it's a totally different country, so I don't know about their customs, but I know like if you miss filing dates, you miss filing dates. So
Fair, yeah.
yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so very long trial, and yeah, was absolutely found guilty of crimes against humanity that he had knowledge of and let happen.
Yeah.
Yep. Inadvertently, the blood is still on his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then took he died by his own hands. I don't know. It's an interesting, I wouldn't necessarily say take the coward's way out. But
I mean, you could argue it from both sides. I mean, definitely the way his ego was, he wasn't going to, you know, be actually held accountable for it. So, yeah. I don't know, because yeah, he also had such a short time left that he probably would have had to serve. So, like, I'm not praising him for anything by any
Yeah.
means. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people in the States do not feel that when someone takes their life instead of finishing out their term, that is justice. But then I'm also like, well, he's
dead
gone.
now.
So
He's
that's
gone. He's not
yeah.
gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, and honestly, because of the amount of time he had or would have had left to serve, it definitely leads more to what his lawyer had stated about how he just couldn't live with the title of war criminal being
Yeah.
over his head and on his reputation.
Yeah. Well, when you've spent a bunch of years being a decorated, high up kind of person, and then, I mean, I would believe that he thought he was making good choices at the time, Like, I mean, it may not be that it could very well be that he was a totally evil person and was making terrible decisions.
Those do
and
exist.
Yeah. But it also could be that was the choice to make in the moment, and, thought he was doing the right thing. Lots of people do terrible things thinking that they are correct. So
That's usually why wars happen.
yeah.
Sometimes or oil, but yeah,
Yeah.
correct in the oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's just I was feeling political today. So
Hard not to.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you just need a little reminder that even though things can get very, very bad, that accountability will be held time eventually.
Yep.
One day.
Yep. Hopefully.
You know. Hope that wasn't too political for you guys.
Yeah.
But just a little brightness reminder, too, also. That
Right.
everything... okay, this is going to sound a little dark and damning, but everything ends. The good and the bad. So, you just gotta make it there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Power through the best you can.
Yeah.
Well, on that note,
Yeah.
next week Jenny will have something for us.
Yeah. I will indeed. I don't know what it is yet, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. There's tons of things to choose from.
Yeah.
And also to point out the whole cyanide thing, as we learned from my last one, you can make cyanide from laurel leaves.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, which also, note on that, when I was getting bay leaves out of the cabinet, when it says laurel on it, I was like, oh, is that why you don't eat those? You just put it in for flavor and then you...
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe.
I have no idea. I didn't
don't
look
know. I
into
also
that, but I
think-
was just like, really?
I do see, because I stock laurel leaves in my day job, and so it's like, just hanging poison. Granted, they're dried, so I doubt it's going to be.
Yeah, but you just always put like 3 bay leaves into something as you cook it, and then you take them out. Everything says take it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's hard. It doesn't like
It's
really
hard and it's
rehydrate.
stabby, and
But
it
like,
hurts.
I'm like,
But
okay.
what if?
Yeah,
What
I'm like,
reasoning?
right? We just have laurel leaves in our cabinet, and yeah,
The things you can do with just your home goods.
right,
And take care of yourselves.
right.
We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.